I studied over 1,000 ecom stores. Some make millions, others never make their first sale. It wasn't their products, it wasn't their marketing, it wasn't even their budget. Every store that failed made the exact same mistakes. In this video, I'm going to show you what these mistakes are and exactly how to fix them, and the exact strategies you can use to finally take action and build your second income. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Matthew Lepre, and in just a few years, I've made millions of dollars through e-commerce. So what did I do when I analyzed these stores? Well, I found that store owners kept coming up with excuses over and over again. Excuse number one is, I need to learn more first. They have been watching YouTube videos for 6 months. They've downloaded 47 PDFs that are sitting there unread on their desktop, but they still haven't picked their first product. The truth? They already know enough to start. Learning more is just procrastination in disguise. And it feels safe, doesn't it? Because you can't fail if you never truly start. I had a student named Mark who spent 9 months just learning. He felt productive, but he wasn't getting any real results. Meanwhile, my student Sarah just started. Her first product flopped, the second product flopped, but the third product, that made her $40,000 in just 30 days. Excuse number two is, I don't have enough money to start. Well, the reality is they spend more on an iPhone than it costs to start in ecom. And I had a student named Jake who started with $150, and in his first month, he made $12,000. So it's not just about having more money, it's about prioritizing exactly where you spend your money. You have to decide what actually matters and choose your future over your current comfort. Excuse number three, what if my product doesn't sell? Well, the brutal truth is that most products won't sell. And look, I know most gurus will promise you that anything can work, but the truth is, in reality, most of your profits will come from just a few products. That's why successful people test dozens of products. They know that most of them are probably going to fail. And each failed product teaches them exactly what their market wants. The goal isn't to be right the first time, it's to be right eventually. Excuse number four, what if people think I'm a failure? Who exactly are these people anyway? Their friends work in jobs they hate who are stuck in the same place for 5 years? Their family working paycheck to paycheck who've never taken a single risk? Does it really matter what they think? And honestly, those people aren't thinking about them at all. They're too busy with their own lives. But successful people, they'll respect them for just trying to change their future. Now, notice the pattern here. Every single excuse starts with what if. They're solving problems that don't even exist yet, while the real problems like being broke, stuck, and unfulfilled get totally ignored. This is their brain protecting them from discomfort. Every single excuse comes from fear of failure. Fear of what might happen, not what is actually going to happen. And staying comfortable is the most dangerous choice they can make. Because 6 months from now, they'll still be watching videos while others are posting their first $10,000 month. So let me show you exactly how to remove this fear of failure. But first, if you want to access our free masterclass where I'll show you exactly how to start and grow your own e-commerce store, then click the first link in the description. It's completely free and over 50,000 people have already joined. So what if I told you that all those excuses come from the exact same place and it's actually pretty easy to fix? Think back to when you first learned to drive. The beginning was terrifying. Your hands were white knuckling on the steering wheel and you were checking mirrors every 2 seconds and stalling at the traffic lights. Every mistake felt like life or death. But your instructor didn't expect you to be perfect on day one. Your parents didn't say, give up, you're not a natural driver. You didn't quit because you stalled the car in the McDonald's drive-thru, because everyone understood that learning takes time. Mistakes were part of the process, not proof that you couldn't do it. Week 1, you were terrified of roundabouts. Month 2, reversing felt impossible. Month 4, you're starting to feel confident. And then 6 months in, driving becomes automatic. And now you can drive while texting, eating, and even singing. Obviously, don't do that though. Now, compare this to starting an e-com store. You expect to be profitable in week 1 before you've even learnt the basics? One failed product launch equals, oh, I'm terrible at business. You quit at the first obstacle, but you wouldn't quit driving because of one bad parallel park, would you? So why do you have different standards for your business? What if you treat a business like learning to drive? Expect to be learning as you go. Every mistake is just building your skill set. And the goal isn't to avoid crashes, it's to learn from them and just keep going. Because eventually running an ecom store becomes as natural as driving. But knowing this isn't enough. You need a system to actually move forward and destroy that fear of failure. So what I'm going to do is give you 2 strategies that you can start using today. The first strategy is something I call the 1 rule. Most ecom store owners are waiting for the perfect product, designing the perfect store and trying to write perfect ad copy. Meanwhile, good enough stores are making money, real money. So you have to implement the 1 rule. 1 product to test, 1 basic Shopify store set up in just a few hours, and 1 simple Facebook ad filmed in a few minutes. The goal is to get your first sale, not make the perfect store. And you can optimize after you prove the concept actually works. But you have to test and get data first. If you find that you're still spending too much time on it, then set yourself a deadline. Instead of leaving it open-ended so you can finish anytime, give yourself a hard cutoff. This is Parkinson's law, which states work expands to fill the time that you give it. So if you only give yourself 2 hours, you'll be able to finish it in 2 hours. But if you give yourself 2 months, then it's going to take you 2 months. Strategy number 2, end the isolation. Strategy 2 is something I call the isolated entrepreneur. When you're working by yourself, you're alone with your doubts. Every problem feels impossible and like a signal to quit. There's nobody to talk you off that ledge. And even if you do talk to your friends about it, they don't understand it. They don't know what it's like to run an ecom store. So they tell you you're crazy and you should just go get a real job instead. And you start to listen to them, and then your doubts get stronger and stronger every single day. But instead, you want to join communities of other people at your level and beyond. Share your goals publicly in this group because the social pressure is going to work. It will keep you accountable to your goals. You can then celebrate wins with the community because they understand exactly what it's like to be in your shoes. And those wins will become contagious, giving you more motivation to push you to succeed at ecom. But if you do have failures along the way, you will then realize that other people are having the exact same problems. They are having the same fears, and your struggles aren't unique. And honestly, this makes everything less daunting. To actually start this today, here's what you need to do. Join some sort of community. It could be through a coaching program or through a Facebook group. Introduce yourself and your goals. Comment on other people's posts and share your wins and struggles without the highlight reel. And you know, at first, it won't feel like much is changing, but over time, I guarantee it, those fears will become less and less. You'll be able to finally build momentum and replace that 9-to-5 income. YouTube have this new crazy algorithm where they know exactly what video you want to watch next based on AI and all your viewing behaviors. And AI says this video is the best video for you. It's different for everyone right now. So check this video out and I bet you're going to get a lot of value.